What's up, guys? We are currently going to one of my favorite boat stores, and I got a couple surprises for you, so stick around. Alright guys, as you can see, we're about to do some work to the boat. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out here making more videos and whatnot. But this is what we're gonna be installing. A big old hatch. There's a couple reasons why I'm doing this. The main reason is there's a piece of a big chunk of fiberglass that I think when they redid the deck, they left it under the deck. Just a big slab of fiberglass. I'll try to show you it right now. But basically, it's in the bilge compartment and it's just sitting in there. See that? That's what I gotta get out of there. So, I got two holes here, but unfortunately, these holes gotta go. I'd rather have something big like this where I can stick my whole two arms in than this little tiny thing that a freaking feather can barely fit. So, another reason why we're gonna take that fiberglass out is because one day the boat filled up with water because it's been raining non-stop, and usually, well, not usually, I always got this plug open, and it filled up, the rainwater filled up my boat because there was a bunch of crap clogged in there. So I didn't know. I took the boat out, filled to the top with water. It was about this high. There was even water coming through the cabin, and I thought we were sinking. So I turned on my bilge pumps, my float switch, and that piece of fiberglass was floating on top of the float switch, keeping it down. And I thought, at the time, I thought we were sinking. So in actuality, we were all fine just because that rainwater, there was no water getting in the boat. However, that could actually be a hazard one day when I am sinking, God forbid, knock on wood. But we're gonna get that thing cut and we're gonna fix it up right now. All right, guys. I marked up where we're gonna put it, and once it's installed, I am gonna have to do a little bit of bondo work on the side. That hatch is, I think, 13 by 30 inches. From the edges of those two holes, it's I think 30 on the dot, or I think 28. I think it's 28. So we're gonna do a little bondo work after once it's installed, which is no big deal. I marked the holes, or the cuts, with the little red Sharpie. Kind of hard to do it right now because of the rain. But anyways, I'm gonna take this grinder, we're gonna get to work. All right, after some cutting, finally got that chunk out of there. And now there's plenty of space. I mean, you can have 2-3 people back here if you wanted to, which is honestly good now, because now I can actually see the stringers and all this other stuff, the wiring for the pumps. And then we can always get down here. This is all gunk and crap. We can always get down there and clean it with no issues. So now I'm gonna see if this thing fits. How's everybody doing today? So this is the next day. Obviously, I was working on that hatch for a good little bit. It wasn't too hard to put in, actually. It was pretty easy. The grinder came in real good, handy. It took me maybe, here it is right here. It took me maybe an hour. It wasn't bad. And let me tell you, out of all the money I've spent fixing stuff on this boat and putting new stuff in, this is by far the best thing I have done yet. Okay, because now I can work in my bilge compartment. I can clean in there. I can work. Plenty of room now. Before, all they had was, I don't know if I put it in the clip last time, but all they had were these little tiny little holes. And I'm a big guy. I couldn't get my damn two arms in there, those little holes together. So when I wired this boat, the bilge pumps, it was such a nightmare. I mean, it took me all day because I couldn't fit my arms. Now I can comfortably get my arms in there. I can paint in here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up and then I'm gonna paint it white. And then I'm So a few months ago I drilled a hole in every corner of the deck, because if you look right there, there was that water right there. I patched a big hole right there, but it was deliberate. And I did the same thing on each side. I haven't sanded that one or painted it yet. But that's used to be the drain hole from the deck. The problem was water was coming in and it wouldn't go out. So I patched it. I drilled 2 holes on each side. The problem was I didn't know, because I didn't have no room in here to see, that where I drilled it, it's a totally different spot. It doesn't lead to here. It does, but a lot of crap, see that stick? That stick is gonna fall in there, and then it's gonna kind of clog up the pipe that leads to here, which is right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's where it leads from, the water. Problem is that thing's getting stuck all the time because it has nowhere else to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna patch up those holes, take the speaker out, clean up all the dirt and the gunk that's causing those things to clog. And it's clogging on each side. And then I drilled this big fat 2-inch hole right here. Now anytime water, once I patch them obviously, once water hits the deck, it's gonna drain out right into the bilge compartment, which is where I need it to go. But look, now I got plenty of room. I'm gonna tidy up the wiring. It looks like crap. But man, this hatch was $100. And let me tell you, this thing is the best thing I have ever spent money on this boat so far. And it looks fine. It looks good too. Anyways, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy some sea deck. Okay, that's pretty much one of the last major things I have to spend money on. Okay, I'm gonna cover the whole deck with sea deck, the front with sea deck, the cabin with sea deck. Everything's gonna have sea deck. The reason why I'm doing it is because I can't tell you how many times I've painted this floor and how dirty it gets. Okay, it's a nightmare. I'm tired of doing it. I'm tired, and I keep it clean, to be honest. The only bad thing is I keep it outside. If I kept it in the garage, it'd be good. But I keep this boat outside, obviously. It's under a bunch of trees. All these trees are dropping crap on here. And if I put sea deck on the floor, on the deck, I don't have to keep repainting the deck. Because these stains don't come out, okay? I mean, if you got a brush to it, you can get it looking somewhat good, but this is as good as it's gonna get. With the sea deck, it don't matter, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do with the sea deck. But that hatch, guys, if you're thinking about spending money on a hatch for something, trust me, it is worth it, okay? It's so easy to install, so simple, so easy. It didn't take me more than an hour, and that's the biggest hatch they sell. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you next time.